So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for two.
Two-point conversion.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it? Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're... getting at him.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Stafford. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big run there by Jones. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Jones. Uses the spin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers are pouring it on. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offense, Offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted.
That's right, baby. It's
Adrian
all
Amos
me.
with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. This is Swift on the counter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball. Carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Austin. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 21 yards. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
With the score, Packers 44.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers continue to roll. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Right there, 54, right there.
On second down, Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On second and 11 now. Stafford, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll work 3 from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's third and 5.
Incomplete. Brings up third and 5.
From the gun, Stafford got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
54's Mike. Check.
On first down, Stafford here. The left side completion to Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, everyone really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
The line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
52.
Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Taking it about the 1. nice work on the return. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep. Control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They'll run on first down. Jones, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Jones. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. But now it's 3rd and goal. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Like 40.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jay Sternberger. He scored on the ground and through the air. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here we go with Williams. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Lions 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Here, he's past the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Stafford. It's caught outright. Amendola. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Stafford on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble.
2nd and a yard at the 14-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers looking to throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there.